This image had exploded on social media. But we also realized what a sport the Italian Prime Minister is, to take all the chatter on social media in positive stride. But while most people simply looked at this image and reacted, this strong friendship is turning into diplomatic victories for both India and Italy. Prime Minister Modi had in reply said, "It is always a delight to meet friends." This was on the 1st of December. Barely 5 days after this, an official important announcement came. Italy announced its exit from the BRI, China's Belt and Road Initiative. And that meant, as announced at the G20, Italy is with the IMEC, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor. I wonder who gets the last laugh. Taking you back slightly in 2019, Italy had made headlines, becoming the first G7 country to join hands with China's Belt and Road Initiative. China clearly was aiming to make inroads into Europe. A lot can change in 4 years. But there were signs. If one looked closely enough, China aimed to get close to Italy and thereby to the rest of Europe. But soon China started to gain more by the access to the Italian market's lion's share of the benefits landed in China's lap. While for Italy, their trade showed bare minimum improvement in figures. I'm talking numbers here. According to the Comtrade data, Chinese exports skyrocketed from $35 billion in 2019 to $61 billion in 2022. Meanwhile, for Italy, it saw a mere modest increase from $14.5 billion to about $19 billion, not much of a marginal increase. By July, the Italian defense minister called joining the BRI improvised and atrocious. Wow, that's some change from how the association was there earlier. So big deal. Italy exits the BRI, enters the IMEC. No. A multi-nation initiative like this is always a diplomatic messaging too. This is a European nation possibly realizing that their association with India suits them better. Vincenzo De Luca, the Italian ambassador to India and Nepal, spilled the tea in a newspaper article. He emphasized the growing closeness between India and Italy, not just in diplomacy, but in trade, defense, energy and space. Is Italy thereby, I ask, shifting its geopolitical stance? Diplomatic relations become better if the leaders of those countries are also on individual good terms. So this Melodi magic only helps both India and Italy. From the selfie at the COP28 in Dubai, where Italian Prime Minister shared the selfie as good friends, fine, many heads of state do that. But this hashtag Melodi got everyone's attention. So basically, Giorgia Meloni knows about this whole buzz on Indian social media since the fun interactions were noticed at the G20 summit in Delhi. And the Melodi hashtag then started to circulate on the Indian social media at least. She thereby acknowledges that she's also just playing along. But this is image building of a younger, informal approach of two prime ministers, moving away from the strictly curated, serious image of photo opportunities. Because this helps Italy too, as a prime minister who would be doing serious work, but can also share some fun moments at such formal occasions. And let's accept it, who does not love to watch their own leaders have a downtime also sometimes and see their informal moments? If you think this is only about Italy, no. IMEC corridor is India, Middle East, European Economic Corridor and has the backing of not only the European Union but also the United States of America, which is financially investing here. So look at the countries that are connecting via this corridor. Is this also emergence of a new global order? Ambassador Vincenzo De Luca also emphasized deeper cooperation between India and Italy, eyeing a more active role in the Indo-Pacific, aligning with India's vision. But there's more. De Luca has revealed that Italy's commitment to reduce Schengen visa waiting time, making it easier for Indian travelers. So now that impacts us directly. Italy is a hotspot for Indian students, with 5,000 student visas issued by October 2023. So visa relaxation will further the relations too. A forthcoming memorandum of understanding in the defense sector is also on the horizon, with Italy bringing expertise in torpedoes, helicopters, radar, electronic warfare and shipyard also to the table. Do you realize this was not always the case? I remember 2012 when two Italian Marines were accused of killing two Indian fishermen near the coastline of southern state of Kerala. It was explosive, it was sensitive for us, and it was also the two countries at the brink of disturbing diplomatic relations. Eventually, New Delhi pursued the case. In 2015, Permanent Court of Arbitration in the Netherlands, Hague, had ordered Italy to pay $100 million in compensation to India for the loss of life. Finally, the case was closed in 2021. There have been other interactions too. In September 2016, India's then Foreign Minister, late Sushma Swaraj, led an official delegation for the canonization ceremony of Mother Teresa at the Vatican City, who had made India her home. The ceremony was religious, but the corridors of diplomacy witnessed a crucial bilateral breakthrough. India and Italy have also celebrated 70 years of their ties in 2018. In 2019, Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar visited Italy at the time when BRI was announced by Italy. India had opposed this because this transcontinental Chinese connectivity project planned to pass through a part of Jammu and Kashmir under Pakistani and Chinese occupation. But all of this also significantly, remember, was before Giorgia Meloni became the Prime Minister, who has now announced that Italy will exit the BRI. These are not easy decisions, remember, to pull out from one multi-country transport project and join hands with another. A lot of deliberations would have taken place here in Italy. But apart from all this, now defense cooperation is our big connection. Then there is also shipping. Fincantieri, an Italian shipbuilding powerhouse, further solidifies this partnership, promising a seamless network in transport defense technology. Then there is also the inclusion of the film industry. Recently, actor Kabir Bedi was awarded Italy's highest honor, the Order of Merit, for his work in Italy and for becoming a living bridge between two countries in art. And Bedi rightly added, now is the time for two great film industries to produce world-class cinema together between India and Italy. India and Italy are ancient civilizations with rich cultural heritage. Sanskrit on one hand, Latin on another are historic languages. The Venetian merchant Marco Polo, during his travels to the east, also traveled to India in the 13th century and documented experiences. So from the spice route centuries ago to the IMEC corridor in 2023. As I conclude, remember, for many years, India was yet another developing country in Asia, for many in Europe. Will Italy's decision now influence other European countries too to shift toward India, a country rising in economy, not interested in expansion and aggression like China, not keen to become the big brother like the USA, but to become a friend, so the world can prosper together from Asia to Europe? And if that happens, this friendship between the two leaders, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, will be one of the big reasons. Melody indeed. Thank you for watching.